A couple of interesting comments that came. Someone had a birthday October 1st, and they get out of control. The Queen Mom 1 says, "Hi, Chef Babette. I love your beautiful photo shoot at 70. I intend to look." Oh wait, that's a nice comment, but there's the other one I want to see. Oh, here's this. Dan Little. So it's sugar season. In the U.S., we have candy holiday, followed by pie holiday, followed by a season of cookies, and then a booze holiday. Oh boy, so that's great. Thanks, Queen Mom, for your comment also. So what are some help us out, Chef Babette? What are y'all planning at Stuff I Eat, or what recommendations do you have for our audience in terms of good alternatives that we can have instead of the usual dead animal flesh, sugar, and cow pus?
Well, traditionally, I love the cow pus. Traditionally, Stuff I Eat has always, on Thanksgiving, we just sell a Thanksgiving meal. So you can order in advance, as people are ordering right now for this meal. And I either
y'all ship?
Huh?
Do y'all ship? Can you ship me a raw Thanksgiving meal?
Yeah, I'd be happy to, Doc. I do a raw version of Thanksgiving, and I do a cooked version of Thanksgiving. And so like with our loaves, rather than serving a lot, some people are okay with tofu, soy. It's amazing to me how we can eat animal intestines and animal livers, but miss me with some tofu. Give me no tofu. But that's how we roll. I don't know. But so what we do is we make our burgers out of walnuts. And so what we've done is we've created a loaf that we make. Now with the loaf, I use mushrooms in it, different types of mushrooms in it. And I also use a vegan cheese in that loaf. So what we do, a little bulgur, just to make it sturdy enough so people feel like they're having a meatloaf. You know what I mean? So in terms of the raw, we come up with different ideas, because people like that whole fleshy thing along with the dressing. So now you have to. So we're on jackfruit now. So just let me think I'm eating some meat. I just need to eat some flesh. So basically, we just substitute everything. Our dressing, made out of cornbread. I use buckwheat flour. It's non-gluten. You know what I mean? So therefore, and all my cornbread is made with a non-gluten flour, buckwheat. So we make our stuffing out of that. Because come on, gluten is really giving us a rough time too. I mean, we have to be careful with that whole gluten thing. Today I made, somebody had challenged me. They were saying, I'm not going to tell that. I'm not supposed to share that. So just forget I said it. But I did make a blueberry cobbler today out of a product that normally you wouldn't even think about using. But I need to share this recipe, so I can't tell it to y'all right now. I need to share it with the company whose product I use, but I really wanted to share this because it was so amazing. I made a cobbler out of this product, and I would have never done that. But
I take secret emails. That's
okay. I know. I'll hook you up, Doc. I'll make sure. But yeah, so and you guys know that we decided to just go ahead and use the agave nectar in place of any type of sugar or any other sweetener. The agave. And remember, dessert is dessert. You're not supposed to be sitting up eating dessert every day, all day long. Dessert is still dessert. But in some cases, it doesn't spike your blood sugar like other sweeteners can do. So that's why we use the agave nectar. I make yam pie either raw or cooked. If I'm making raw, then I take raw yams with cashews, blend them up, season them with everything you put in a regular sweet potato pie, and freeze it. That's my raw sweet potato pie. If I'm going to make the cooked sweet potato pie, I don't have to use 9 million eggs in it. It's unnecessary, people. You can use a little baking powder, baking soda. If you want You can use some arrowroot powder, but you don't even have to do that. You boil your potatoes, you use your sweetener, you use your nutmeg, you use your whatever oil it is you're using, which we like to use coconut oil. Mix it up, put it in the oven, pow, cook on low, and you got yourself a sweet potato pie. So, we have figured it out, and people are very, very happy when they come in. And veggies, you just do what you do with veggies. I never did grease my vegetables up, dyed, laid to the side. No, a whole bunch of grease. No, thank you. No. And just remember, the only way you can clog those arteries. So you have to come up with alternatives. Just remember what clogs the arteries. Just try to remember what clogs the arteries. Because for some reason, when people tell me they eat real good, they always say they eat fish and chicken. I'm just trying to figure, I'm not trying to get no clogs. Because if you got clogged anywhere, you got clogs everywhere. So just remember, you don't want to clog your arteries.
Now, those are great alternatives, and I'm
gonna share with you though, Doc. I got to put that down so people can actually see what I'm doing. It's one thing for me to say all this stuff, but I need to be able to let them see me doing some of this stuff.
We're gonna bring, this is part 1, by the way. Cool. Part 2 is going to be right after Thanksgiving, before Christmas. So, cool. So this, as the title implies, this is part 1. Dr. Palmer, you want to add anything to that? Those comments? I told Chef Babette I have a little quiz for her.
Yeah, go give me a test.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to comment on the sugar season comment that we had up above, because I think what people don't recognize, and sometimes I'll say this so that it kind of ties together. We all know that now our vitamin D levels are low because we don't spend a lot of time outside. And we know now also that vitamin D is connected to our immune system, right? So if our vitamin D levels are higher, our immune system is functioning at a better capacity. And so we also know that in places where the sun doesn't hit the earth at a certain angle, and also certain seasons, that our vitamin D levels naturally go lower because we're in winter months here in the United States. Well, in the United States. So we already know that we're more prone to get sick in those winter months when the vitamin D levels are getting lower because the sun is hitting the earth at a different angle. That's one. And then, so now we have flu season on top of that. So we're already more prone. We're not getting outside. Our vitamin D levels are low. So then we're taking in more sugar. So this is actually the worst time of the year. If we're going to take in the sugar, this is the worst time of the year to take in extra sugar, because our immune systems are already getting a hit from us not spending time outside. And we don't spend our time outside because either we're working or also it's cold. But my point is, this is the worst time of the year that we choose to eat the cookies and booze and the cakes and everything, because it's a situation where you can't help but get sick because we're open to sickness now.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's and you're right. It's and what people don't understand is while they're having festivities, you mentioned the immune system, your vitamin D is low, as you say, and like you say, the sugars worsen your immune system, and then you have the alcohol and all of these other things are just tearing your system down. It's just amazing that people live through the season. I mean, it's amazing that you don't have just sort of a mass casualty wipe out half the population, just the way we destroy our bodies. And so it can be a little bit challenging to the body. And it's no wonder why this is the peak time of the year when people get, sick for all sorts of reasons, whether it's an infectious disease or, acute event. Not to mention the stress there, there could be strife with family members, and people are missing loved ones who died from previous holiday seasons.
Yeah.
And then there's loneliness because, again, today's the 15th. Yesterday's the 1-year anniversary of the death of my father. And so, this is the time of season where you are celebrating death anniversaries. And so then, people are missing spouses or are missing loved ones have been married to for many years and so on and so forth. So we want to make people mindful of these things. And so, yes, it is more about eating, but it starts with how you nourish the body. You want to fortify your body so that it can withstand the physical stress of the emotional time, the hustle and bustle of the holiday season. It can withstand the physical stress of the winter months, other people being sick around you. If you boost your immune system, you're less likely to get sick or less likely to become severely ill if you get sick. So it's really a very important, reason to start to change your diet during the season. This is the best time to detox, on Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day. The first boot camp we had, by the way, started in the holiday season, and they detoxed on Thanksgiving and Christmas and went through Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Our very first detox boot camp, and they did very well. And so it's really a double whammy because not only eating healthier food, but you're avoiding the more toxic food that you would have been eating. So it's almost like a double benefit to detox during this time of the year, even though you say, well, it's not, I'll wait to the new year and make my New Year's resolution, which I'll break in 5 days. No, start off with this momentum. Start your detox on, Thanksgiving Day or the day before Thanksgiving and ride it all the way through the holiday season, but find healthy alternatives, and you'll definitely benefit from that. So anyway, what I want to do is now get to our little quiz here. So Chef Babette, you are on the spot, and the name of this game is Name That Meal. So what do we have here?
That looks like, is that Chef Babette's food? Whose plate is that? Where'd you get that plate?
Somewhere on the internet.
Terrell, do you see my glasses over there on the bed?
I'll throw another one up there.
Oh, that's Chef Babette's tacos. He's showing Chef Babette's food. No, you're not going to leave me because I'm almost done. Doc, I got to go. I
know. All right, just a few more.
I'm in somebody else's house.
Oh,
that looks like
Doc. You have 9 more minutes.
Fun. I don't have my glasses on. I don't even know what that is, Doc. So I flunked the test.
How about this?
I don't know what you're showing me, Doc. I need some glasses. Should I run off and get them? You want to start the pictures over?
Sure, you run off and get them. We got about 8 minutes. Oh boy! I've seen that. This is a burrito. Yeah, so this is a burrito.
Mm-hmm. All right, now let's see. Oh yeah, that's a burrito. That's
see, I'm right.
That's the lava burrito at Stuff I Eat. What's the other one? Oh, that looks like, is that a creator salad? That might be
I think it's like a house salad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to some of the earlier ones.
Oh yeah, that's tacos. And yeah, that right there, that looks like some type of corn mac and cheese. No, this is mashed potatoes. It's got yams on it. Looks like it's got dressing on it, cranberry sauce. Wow, whose plate was that, Doc?
I don't know.
Oh, you found it online?
Your customers put it. What is this? This is something.
Oh my, that looks special. That looks almost like it's a wild rice mixture with tomatoes and some kind of mango something with a salad and portobello mushrooms.
Yep.
I'm getting hungry.
All right. Fast forward. A couple more. This is something.
Oh, that's a soul food platter.
That's soul food platter. Oh yeah, cornbread,
tofu, greens, cornbread, mac and cheese, yams, greens, and black eyed peas.
I give you just a few more.
Doc, where you getting all these little pictures? That looks like maybe nachos.
Oh yeah.
That's another soul food.
What is this?
That's one of my desserts. That looks like maybe sweet potato chocolate.
Oh wow.
Another taco. Doc, done with these pictures, Doc. Really? Okay.
Yes. Well, so what I wanted to give our audience just a little visual taste, if you will, of what can be done is creative. These are savory foods. that can help you enjoy your holiday
Yeah.
and not miss out on savory food. So as we close out,
But I got one point, Doc.
oh sure,
Y'all need to know turkeys are so expensive this year. Y'all gonna have to have chicken and stuffing.
Oh really?
Yeah, turkeys are way crazy price this year. They've gone up like
How much are? I mean, I've never bought a turkey.
I heard they've gone up. I've forgotten the percentage now. I don't want to lie because somebody will just be like, Chef Babette, that is not the truth. But I just heard that the turkeys are going to be so expensive that people are going to be eating chicken and stuffing. So why don't you just step out of that, make you some stuffing, find you some tofu or some Impossible Burger and have that with your stuff and forget about the dead birds. Don't eat that.
I think you're right. I'm going to comment on. Here's a comment from C. Moore. Coconut oil is full of unhealthy saturated fat. The saturated fat in the coconut oil, the molecular structure of that saturated fat is different than the molecular structure of saturated fat in animal protein. So even though you have saturated fat, and some plant foods have saturated fat, small amounts, coconut oil does, but the saturated fat in the coconut oils is molecularly different than the saturated fat in animal protein. So all saturated fats are not equal, and you don't get the cardiovascular events as you do with animal fats. Now, overly processed oils can be problematic, but I just want to point that out. The molecular structure of saturated fat in coconut oil is different than animal protein, so you're dealing with a different molecule.
Thank you so much for clarifying that.
And then Queen Mom says, Queen Mom 1 says tofurkey is a good replacement.
There you go.
For the turkey. That's an excellent replacement as you go. Dr. Palmer, any final comments?
No, I mean, I just, want people to come up with new traditions. I mean, I know that we love eating and it's entertaining and it feels like, you're satisfied and it feels like love and it makes you happy and it makes you home. But we have to start creating new traditions for the children because we're headed into a dangerous space with our health. And the things that I see occurring in pediatrics is alarming to me because it wasn't happening just 10, 15 years ago. And so it's just time for us to come up with new traditions and not being so food centered. Make the holidays more about, telling stories, getting to know each other, playing games, let's incorporate these type of things instead of everything being about food.
Yeah, I think you're right. I like the whole idea of creating new traditions because, these old traditions are very problematic. And with these traditions, we're handing out traditions of, kidney failure, tradition of heart attack, tradition of stroke, tradition of dementia, tradition of diabetes. And so we want to get rid of those traditions, and it's getting worse and people are getting sicker at younger ages. And I like the idea of creating new traditions. That's a beautiful thing. Chef Babette, you have the final word.
Well, I just want all of my brothers and sisters out there, my human family out there, to be a little bit more conscientious this year and practice self-love and self-care. And whatever it is you consume, make sure that you're not going to harm the number one person in your journey, which is you. You're not going to harm yourself by ingesting it. You guys know, you deep down inside, what you should and should not be eating. Just do better. Do better for your planet home. Do better for the animals we're talking about. And please do good by yourself.
Yeah, I really like those comments. And one of the people online asked if you ship, and I said, yes, contact the restaurant. I put your name and everything in the chat.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
And also what I'll do before we go off, let me go ahead and put it in a banner so that people can see it. If you sign on, let me just add a new banner here.
And Dr. Celeste, thank you for what it is you do. I appreciate you so much. And Doc, you know I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, this is well, we appreciate you because this makes it real for everybody. And so I'm gonna make this a banner. Hold on one second. I'll put this on the screen so everybody can contact Chef Babette.
Hey, that's my stuff.
Yeah. And we will put it on the ticker tape also.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, do reach out and call them. They can ship the raw vegan Thanksgiving meal and ship everything else. I'm gonna leave this on the screen the whole time as we close out. So I'm gonna see you guys backstage as I finish up with our group here. Thank you very much, Dr. Palmer and Chef Babette. And thank you for joining us tonight. And for those of you who found this to be enjoyable and informative, please take the time and hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, give us a thumbs up, or give us a love for this. Also share this information with a loved one, a friend, a neighbor. This is a message of encouragement. People like Chef Babette are very rare. She lives the lifestyle that she preaches. And she's very encouraging. I'm always encouraged when I have her on the show. Very upbeat, energetic, and pretty much to the point. And I think you try some of the delicious food that they're preparing. I've been to Stuff I Eat a number of times. I go there every time I go to the Los Angeles area. The food is delicious, and the Thanksgiving food, again, is delicious. So I want you to keep this, take this to heart. Make the change this year. Don't wait till next year. Don't wait till year after next. Yes, you may be going to family members. Take a salad, take whatever. Try something new. Start new traditions, as Dr. Palmer put it, because the time to make the change is now. Hopefully this information will prevent a heart attack, prevent a stroke, prevent a hospitalization for any kind of illness, just based on making a simple change with what you eat. We all have to take this, and if not, you only think about yourself, think about your loved ones, think about your children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews. Try to encourage them to eat well also. So until next time, keep it fresh, natural, and live.